That's a wrap for today's episode of the Simply Talking podcast. We hope you enjoyed the ride and soaked up some real talk. If you loved what you heard, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep the vibes going. Stay tuned for more dope conversations, and remember, keep it real out there. Until next time, peace.
You here now. You see what I just did? I just played the outro.
Oh well. We
But
in
we here.
We in here.
What we talking about tonight?
50-50 stuff.
50-50?
50-50 men and women. What you got? Because I'm about to get ready for you. Because I know you got something up your sleeve.
How you feel about 50-50?
I feel as though it's okay.
Okay.
I mean, I think
elaborate.
Okay. So I think 50-50 shows independence on both people that they're coming up and they're bringing to the table. Now, if a man chooses, because some people want to be biblical, if you want to be biblical, if the man chooses to provide for the household, I don't see anything wrong with that. But I feel as though if the man is providing for the household, that the woman has to step up in certain aspects, as paying for the groceries, maybe paying for family vacations, certain necessities to help him fill that void.
Okay.
What you guys say?
I'm gonna play this video.
Okay.
Somebody's more invested in the other person. There's no such thing as 50-50 in any relationship. Somebody's more invested in the other person. Whether it's emotionally, financially, mentally, somebody is more invested than the other person. You have to make sure that she's more invested in you. This is how you keep women long term. I didn't make women. I didn't say it's fair. It's just true. Every single time you're more invested than she is, she's gonna walk out on you. She has the leverage. The person who is least invested always wins. Is that fair? No. So I'm just giving you advice on what will best benefit you.
So what you think about that?
No. No. Can I speak something personally?
Go for it.
I was a woman that was more invested. I was a woman that held it down when my significant other, and it was through marriage, was not able, and it actually through most of my relationships, a lot of them, until I started to invest in love in myself. But I did so much when this man had a downfall and wasn't able, and I'm not talking about for a year or 2 years, and I almost lost my life because he became envious, he became jealous, he expressed that to people. So I think you have to be careful, because I was too invested, and when I say that, I'm not trying to be like negative, but I think people need to be careful of being overly invested in someone. It should be at least a common ground of being 50-50.
I agree with him. I agree with him when he say that you gotta make sure the person is more invested in you, because if not, they gonna end up a woman gonna leave on your head. She gonna think you a simp.
Nah, I disagree. I think that's putting someone before you over investing.
She gonna think you a simp.
No, not at all.
Yes.
If you have a good woman that has your background, and he didn't say financially, he said mentally and emotionally. A lot of women come mentally and emotionally attached. Over investing, men take advantage. That's why these women keep ending up with these bums. Please, women, don't be overly invested in a man. You're going to end up with a leech.
Damn. That's how you feel?
That's exactly how the hell I feel.
How the hell you going to say that?
Because I was overly
How
invested.
you going to tell people not to be invested in somebody?
I said don't be overly invested.
But how can you tell people not to be that?
Because how are you putting yourself first being overly invested in someone?
Because you're going 50-50, so you're a team.
That man said nothing about no 50-50. He said a woman should be more invested in a man. And
exactly.
if I'm wrong, you could that no way a woman should be more invested in a man. That's
Why not?
insecurity. That's insecurities.
Man, there ain't no insecurities.
It's no way in life that you should be putting someone before. Over investing someone is putting them before you.
I disagree.
We agree to disagree. That's okay.
I disagree because why wouldn't you want that person to be more invested in you?
You want a woman to overly invest in you, then she's going to feel like she's in control of you.
That's what I was saying. I told you you're going to feel like a simp for a woman.
He said you need a woman that's overly invested in you.
No, he didn't.
What did he say?
He said you need he said a woman need to be overly invested in a man. You don't need one. He didn't say you needed one.
He said a woman should be overly invested in a man.
Hey, loving my two girls.
Hey, loving my two girls. How are you? I feel as though it should be at least equal. I agree with you.
What should
nobody,
be equal?
And no man should overly invest in a woman, and no woman should overly invest in a man.
I'm not understanding what you're saying. It's not making sense to me.
Why should I overly invest in you?
Ain't that love?
Me overly invested in you?
Yeah.
No,
What do you thinking? It's like financially or something? It's gonna hurt you financially or what? What are you talking about?
You shouldn't overinvest in nobody financially, mentally, or emotionally. I've been there, done that. Nah, I disagree. Nope.
Miss Confidence, you need to get it together because that's not making no. How you gonna say you get?
Loving my girls, you said 50-50, right? You think you should overly invest in a man? Let's ask Loving my two girls if you feel as though you should overly invest in a man, because she commenting.
Come on, let me know. But I think let me play this next video and we'll talk about it. She said
hell no.
What?
Hell no. That's what I said. Hell no.
How you gonna say that, Loving my two girls? What make you say that?
Overly investing in someone, not mutually together.
Hold on, I'm about to drop it too.
Come on in, baby girl. Let's go.
Y'all ain't gonna be no jumping me now. Let's go.
You lucky I don't smoke no Buddha.
Make sure I hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Thank
you.
Thank
time
you.
Right there. Here, I'll be smoking some Buddha on you with that.
I think they should be overly invested in each other. How about that? Is that better?
No, you should be equal. There's no.
That's the same thing.
No, overly investing someone is doing extra out of the ordinary. Mutually loving each other is totally different.
You're in the show. You should see and hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're echoing.
Let me take my earpiece off. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Y'all actually going through the car. Hold on. I'm driving home.
Oh, yeah, it might be the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll mute her for a second till she's ready.
Okay.
But
How the hell
hello?
I get there to take it off? Hello?
Hello. Yeah, you sound better.
There you go. Can you hear?
I heard her. She went in and went out. Okay, let's keep talking until she comes.
All right. But yeah, I think I really do think that you should be overly invested in each other when you're in a relationship.
No, I think you should be overly invested in yourself.
So you don't think you should put your person before you?
Absolutely not.
No.
All
way.
right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
never do that again, ever in my life. Put someone else before me. I think that's an
Yeah, I ain't putting no man before now.
yeah. I think that's an insecurity.
Yeah, you got that has to be an insecurity. If a man wants you to put him first or make him no.
Yep.
What if he was a mama's boy?
Okay, well, I'm not getting ready to raise nobody, no man.
Is
A
this
mama
loving?
boy.
Is this
Run
loving my
for
two
mama
girls?
boys. Run for mama boys.
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm
Hey.
fine. I'll turn the camera on. Hold on. But I'm driving, so but it's me. Yeah, I'm
No,
not taking
you
or
good.
raising no man. No thanks.
Yeah, I mean that's a nightmare within itself.
Oh,
Yeah, ain't nobody doing that.
Ain't nobody got time to be putting their boob in no mouth,
So-
giving them no milk.
So what's your what do 50-50 mean to you?
50-50. We do onto each other the way we want to be done onto.
Split in half.
Yeah, I mean, it don't gotta always be, oh, you do this and I do this and we do it that way. No, we can do it together.
Like if he chooses to pay the mortgage, then I'm gonna buy the groceries and pay the cable
Yeah.
bill or something like that.
The cheap
that's
shit.
No, it's not, because that's a lie. You know what the electric bills is now?
That's the cheap shit.
Shit, please. If me paying
Why can't the man pay the utilities and the woman pay the
he
rent?
absolutely can, because the utilities is gonna cost more than the mortgage.
Yep. Be like either or, it don't matter. We both doing it together.
Because my electric bill is $900 right now for 1 month.
God damn.
Damn, I don't know.
Yeah, my whole house
Woo.
is electric.
So was mine. So I ain't gonna say goddamn. I just had a high one. Mine was 7 something. So
See?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so low for me. I can't barely hear y'all. Hold on.
You can't
Let me let
hear?
my daughter fix it. What you got there?
So yeah, I mean, due to the economy now and how things are, I mean, groceries are high, utilities are high. I mean, it's just high. If he takes the mortgage or she takes the mortgage and someone takes the utilities, you're gonna eventually balance out. I think certain things like your cell phone bill and your car insurance, unless you're married, then you should be paying that individually yourself. Your car note, you should be paying that yourself. Now, if you want to pay my car note and say, babe, I got you, I ain't gonna say no. But other than that, I'm expected to handle those things.
Oh man.
Oh
no. So y'all believe in 50-50. All right, let's watch this video.
For forever, I don't care, but he wants to know that he can provide fully without needing me to work.
I think most men think that too.
Most men think that.
Because in fact, you had the same. I mean, I'm the same way.
Same thing. Like I want, and then sounds ball means I'm not on your boyfriend's Marcus level. So for me, it's like I want my wife. I think it's important for the mother to stay at home and at least take care of raise a kid at least the first year. Be there, be present, especially with everything's going on, how expensive everything is going. It's having kids is expensive. And being a mom, being a father is not easy. So I think you have to be in the right position financially, mentally, spiritually, and all that. But financially is obviously a big part of it.
But that's a perspective and a belief, because then there are people that make $15,000 a year who are having kids and are happy with their kids. So we make these ideas based on our perspective, which is why it's important for you to sit down with your girl and both of you guys share your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It is good to share your perspective. I wouldn't disagree.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, if a man says, I'm going to handle all the bills, right? You stay home, you be a work from home mom. As we seen, even with women, it could go vice versa. So this is just not about a man thing. It could go vice versa. But I'm speaking because you will have more stay-at-home moms than dads. Look what happened. Once he get tired, he finds some little young chick. He get to cheating. She's solely depending on him. Then he leave and she ain't got nothing. How's she gonna financially get it together once he roll out? You can leave me the house, you can give me money every month, but then she's going to be forced to get up and go get a job and handle those necessities instead of, okay, we're going to put our kid in daycare. We're going to split the daycare bill. I'm going to work. I'm going to earn my money. You're going to work. You're going to earn your money. We're going to split bills. We're equal.
Yeah.
I just think it brings a independency for both partners that they are able to establish their own independently, just in case.
Let's listen to this one here.
I don't know what I did.
If you are a man and you all the bills, I do not want you to join any masculine modern women conversations. If you are not a man that can provide a safe space for her to be vulnerable enough to embrace her femininity with you, then shut the fuck up. If you don't provide and protect emotionally, financially, spiritually at a high level, shut the fuck up from a woman that can provide for herself. These independent women, you're not gonna be a solution to that. But there's so many independent women out here is because like you be so not dependable. If you provide her with a hard life, don't complain about the fact that when she come in your life, she not being soft. You want a woman to be submissive to you when you can't even submit the full rent payment? All y'all do is offer stress and headaches and wondering why this woman ain't your piece. If you are a man and you can't pay all the bills, I do not want you to.
Yeah.
Now, if you find a man that's gonna pay all the bills, I ain't gonna say no. If he's gonna pay all the bills, guess what? I'm gonna have the money for the trip. I'm gonna have the money to buy the groceries. I'm gonna make sure they're cooking dinner. You know, all those things. I'm gonna treat you here, baby. Go get you a spa treatment. You know, stuff like that. If a man is stepping up doing those things, as a woman, we should be rewarding and accommodating. And that is not overly investing in a man. That's saying that I appreciate everything that you're doing.
I agree with that. Yep.
So, what challenges do you think couples face when trying to maintain a partnership?
Financially is usually a big piece of it.
Yeah.
Communication is a big piece of it. I don't think a lot of relationships and partners communicate. Together.
That's a fact.
I think that's one of the biggest issues is the
communication.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest role. I think that's the biggest role in everything. That's the key to everything. Yep. You got to communicate, right?
And once you don't have it, is.
But a lot of times y'all women be having those uncommunicated expectations. Like we can read minds.
Some women.
I said some women.
Some, not me.
Or all women.
You say y'all women, some women.
Not me. I talk.
Okay, some women. She said, I talk.
You're supposed to be transparent to your significant other.
Yep.
If it hurts them or not, because you should be helping each other grow.
And build with each other, not, you ain't doing this and you ain't, communicate so it don't get to that point where it's like, you start disliking that person.
And I think a lot of people are in relationships and they're building for themselves, not the relationship. So it's like, I'm with you, but I'm building for myself, like, and not together. And I think that's where the financial piece comes together. Instead of building together, they're building independently.
Yeah, it was.
So what do y'all think about single people giving relationship advice?
You want to go first, LaJuan? I'm ready to comment on this one.
It says single people giving relationship advice.
Married advice.
Oh,
No,
they
not
don't
married.
give-
Just relationship advice, period. Because you single, how you gonna give somebody advice? But go ahead.
exactly. Like, why are you single? And you know that famous thing is be like, why are you single? But you want to give me advice? Oh, I'm single by choice. No, you single for a reason.
And see, okay, so I'm gonna chime in there. There's a two piece to that. I think that single people can give relationship advice because it may be a single person giving you advice from issues that they went through, so that you don't go through those. They could say, I'm single because of these reasons, but if you want a healthy relationship, keep people out of a relationship. Do these things so that you can have a relationship. My relationship failed because of these reasons, and you can avoid this if you can avoid this if you don't do these things to have a healthy
But
relationship.
you're single.
You're single, but you're giving people advice as to why you're single and to avoid certain things so that they can have a healthy, successful.
Everybody's relationship ain't gonna be the same.
Yeah.
I know that, but I'm saying you can't discredit people that have been in a relationship and have issues, because some people may come to you in an openly heart, genuine perspective as to why I failed I failed my relationship. This is why I'm single. But you can have a healthy relationship if you avoid doing these things, like keeping people out of your relationship. Like, I'm single because I had people in my relation, or they had my significant.
But everybody not gonna go through that though.
I mean,
I don't listen to other people.
Yeah, but I'm just saying from a different perspective, like it can go both ways. Some people can be single because something really wrong with them, right? They shouldn't be giving no advice because they need to go get help themselves. But you can genuinely have someone that's single because they weren't going to go through certain things, and these are the things that you avoid to have a healthy relationship.
Shit, you might as well just go ahead and be a counselor or something.
I should.
Nah, I'm talking about. I'm
Uh-huh.
talking about giving advice and you single. Like, I'm not gonna listen to nobody that's single.
I will listen to somebody that's single if they can give me positive advice.
I mean, they can give you advice, but they can't give you advice on no relationship because they single.
Well, that's why a lot of people that's why people don't make relationships, because they be closed-minded to people that's going to give them advice to.
Take my pocketbook tonight, right behind my chair.
So you don't got nobody, I ain't got nobody, and you giving me advice.
Yeah, because I could really be in a position because of mistakes that I made. And if
who giving you advice?
Huh?
Who giving you advice?
I mean, different people give you advice. I mean, we read books, we do a lot of things. I mean, we may see someone going through a situation where we like, I'm not going to go through that. That's why I'm single. Like, I'm not going to go through that verbal or emotional or physical abuse. Like, I'm not going to go through that.
I can dig that, but I don't want to hear nothing from no single person.
A single person could give you.
See, men is totally different than us.
I think I'm married. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Are totally different than women.
Yeah.
Y'all don't feel the same thing like how we feel certain things. Y'all don't feel it. Certain things y'all don't see.
A man usually runs off of ego too. So they not gonna take advice anyways because they know it all. Some women too. It's not just women too.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you put that make sure you say that part.
It's everything that we talk about goes both ways, because you got crazy women, crazy men.
Hey Reese, let me ask you a question, Reese. How you feel about getting advice from a single person, bro?
Be honest with you, dog. I myself could take advice from anybody because I have relationship experience than an 8th grader. I've been single my whole life, damn near.
I like Reese.
I like your back. Yo, I'm feeling the phone number. Yo, people can call in on the phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a new one. I like that. I might steal that. I'm a serial swagger jacker, fam. Promise you that.
Had the business, man.
Damn,
It's all love. It's all love over here.
I might jump off the stream and call.
Look, I try to keep it cool over here because on my other channel, you probably seen that Smoked Out TV. It's a whole different ball game.
Yo, listen to me.
LaWanda, I like you.
I wanted to share something with y'all, right?
How do I?
Go ahead, sis.
Oh, no, not you. I'm gonna press mute for a minute. I'm going in.
Oh, I thought you wanted to talk. All right.
She going in the house.
So it's a couple brothers in my circle, right? That are going through some devastating situations with women, right? Now, you know me. I've been hanging around this type of shit much longer than any of y'all, right? When it first jumped off on YouTube like 12 years ago. More than that. Seen it all. The division between men and women, what I'm observing in daily life, because now I'm looking at everything now, right? It's getting worse, man. I'm listening to the young brothers talk on the train and the bus, because I take 2 trains and 2 buses to work every day. My boys are going through problems, man. And if you listen to these men, right, it sounds like the women are just in real bad shape, right? And that's the way it's looking. My thing is, I can't pinpoint what is actually going on and like a direct source for all this back and forth between us. I can't pinpoint it and trace it back to a direct source, right? It's not YouTube. I myself been guilty of blaming it on the boss bitch era in the 90s and all of that and TV. But what's happening now, y'all? Women are doing underhanded, vicious things that are involving children. And I got 2 dudes out here that want to kill themselves.
Wow.
You hear me? We got a homie that we got to check up on every day because of what's going on. This shit is getting crazy. They are finding chicks out here dismembered, dog, decapitated. One dude shot his kid's mother in the head at her door. He rang her doorbell. She came to the door with the baby. He blew her head off.
That's mental health issues.
I'll give you that.
Okay, so now that we're on there, this is perfect. I'm an advocate. My ex-husband brutally beat and stabbed me 6 times. And I'm gonna tell you, the things that some of the women go through, we can't deal with what the men are putting us through. And that's where I got coming at the 50-50 thing. My ex went through a series of stuff. I stepped up as a woman. I got 2 jobs. It was just a disaster of what I had to deal with through the process of it. And when I stood up for myself, because I lived in fear for a long time and I was scared, and he had a drinking problem and he didn't have motivation to get up and do what he needed to do. See, there's always 2 sides to a story. See, you may only hear that woman's side. You may only hear that man's side, but you'll hear a different story when they get together. And as a female, what I could tell you is there are some awesome brothers out here, but there are more leeches than awesome. You get these men in the house, you doing good, they come to you falsely, then they get in there, then you taking care of them. They trying to move in with you.
That's your bad.
And it's like, this is not the person that I met. And now they leaving a toothbrush, and now they leaving boxes, and gradually they trying to move themselves in. And you know what? Some women are forced to take care of men, and that's because they're weak and they don't stop it, right? And this is why I say we have to take accountability. In every aspect, we have to take accountability because there's red flags right there. And instead of us leaving and walking away, we end up in an even worse situation that we start digging holes and we can't get out of it. But they call my situation a crime of passion. I had enough. I was working 2 jobs. I was holding the house bills down. My dad was helping me. He drunk half of the day. He played video games and listened to music. He didn't have a motivation. He had a record, so it was hard to get a job, but he would quit a job. If he ain't like it, he would get fired. I mean, it was just a series of things. Cheated on me, moved out, paid rent money in somebody's house when he wasn't paying rent money in the home that we were in. So, you know, women go through a lot to support men that have mental health issues, but not just that he had mental health issues. I had my mental health issues too, because I had a vulnerability of love. Anything that I felt like was loving me, I was like, I'm all in. So
Well, you just killed my question.
What?
There ain't no point asking it now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look, I apologize, but you know, when
I was waiting for you to get to your part on the bullshit.
Yeah, when my bullshit, you want to know what I went through? Him choking people out, beating the dogs up. I went through all kind of mental health issues.
How did this nigga last longer than a week?
Listen, because when he started off, it wasn't like that.
So when he started choking you and your pets, then what?
He didn't. I didn't go through the. I went through more verbal abuse, and I verbally abused back too. I went through more verbally abuse than physical. But once he beat up the dog, I was in fear. I was scared.
I had to get him up out of here. He was on some weird shit.
Huh?
He was tripping.
Yeah, I became in fear, and now I can openly talk about it. But this is the crazy part.
Yeah, but don't respond to that shit.
Huh?
Don't respond to that shit.
Yeah, but he had family members that supported him. That's the crazy thing about it.
That shit crazy.
But it's another side of it, and that's why you always have to hear both sides.
Yeah,
you have to hear both sides, because men are complaining, but they putting that woman through hell because she get to a point she just like, I'm not putting up with this, and then they start standing up and we start coming back. But when we come back, men don't like when we come back, because we're like, we're not going to allow you to do these things to us anymore, and then it becomes an even bigger issue.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. That shit was getting weird. I was like, hold up now. All right. Yeah, my bad.
Look, you like, I gotta get myself together real quick.
Yeah, I was confused. Like the way he started talking, you know what I'm saying? Started off cool, but then it started getting crazy. Hold up. All right. How do you think? I mean, what are some misconceptions about 50-50 relationships that you think need to be addressed?
You go. You a man. You talk. What you think need to be addressed?
I don't believe in 50-50.
Why?
So yeah, what do you believe in?
I believe we a team.
Hey, Miss Alizé. Hey, boo.
I believe we a team. So when we come together, we come together.
But that's just like 50-50 though. We a team.
Huh?
If we a team, that's just like we 50-50.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't think it's 50-50. I think once you come together in a relationship, like you shouldn't even be talking about 50-50. You should already know what it is. Like, for example, I know I don't like washing dishes or whatever. So more than likely, my woman gonna wash the dishes. I know she ain't gonna take the trash out.
Oh, I'm not doing that, but
yeah, I'm saying I'm gonna make sure that's done.
Oh, I don't. And I don't ain't no man in my house.
Look,
I don't touch the trash.
trash out, and I will pull the trash up.
It's
I
Alizé in the building.
Hey, boo boo.
I'm not taking the trash out. I don't even take it out of the trash can.
Big Mama them took all that submissive mess. Big Mama them. What are you talking about?
Big Mama.
Talking about back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's the thing. Like back in the day, what about when women couldn't work and stuff like that?
Those women took a lot of abuse.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna
What
say
was
I
it?
can't speak on that from back in the
Oh,
day.
so y'all believe in feminism, huh?
No, I mean men were cheating like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
Like
a
the
lot of
stories that you get, you be like, huh?
It was a
It
lot
was
of
a lot of
control.
it was a lot of families living around the corner from each other.
Yes.
Control
you ain't know
that.
who your you ain't know who your brothers and sisters were.
Papa was a Rolling Stone. He had 5 kids on one block.
That's you fall crazy. He said 5.
Some of them did. Shoot, I had an uncle that was. I got a baby in Cali. I got a baby here. I'm like, dang.
You say you got what?
Baby in Cali, a baby here. Baby mama's getting mad and moving.
Oh wow.
Some men don't even know how many kids they got.
What you mean?
They just got babies. They don't know.
Y'all see
That's
what
crazy.
happened to Jamie Foxx? I mean, not Jamie Foxx, Ricky Smiley. He got a set of 5-year-old twins that he just found out about.
And he married?
I don't think so, because they was trying to say he's gay, but I don't think he's gay. But I've never seen him with a woman. But those kids was around him, them 2 twin girls. You heard him say they came to the grandson's parties. They was around him and he was around them with no idea that they was his kids.
And then the mother told the other guy that they were his kids.
Mm-hmm. All through a blood test.
Wow.
Yeah, so he missed. Well, you can't even really say he missed 5 years because he saw those kids all the time because they was always, coming to his house to gatherings and all of that stuff. But he missed, like 5 years out of the girl's life.
Mm-hmm. He knew them was his babies.
I was saying that too. And then I was like, I don't know.
He knew.
How do you
But
know
but you see the guy, not to cut you off, sorry, but you see the guy though, right? They favor a little bit.
Mm-hmm. They do. They look like him.
I was like,
they look like Ricky Smiley too. When I seen him, I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Ricky Smiley and the guy look alike.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to ask Simply this. Simply, what bills you pay?
Oh, I can't see the check. I can go out.
Hey, there any single women in here? He pay all bills.
all my damn bills.
No, you say you pay all bills. Hey, put the house key under the mat.
I said all my damn bills, goddamn.
No,
he cleared that up real quick. You talk about all the singles. He said all my bills.
Look, put that key under the mat. Put that key under the mat.
I might be the only woman that I don't want a man to do all of that.
I don't
to pay all my bills and divvy out and you do this, you do that. No.
I agree with you.
I work for a reason. Especially if we both getting up and you think that you're gonna have control and tell me how, when, and where. We both getting up. You're not telling me nothing.
Yep. And then not only that, they control.
Why so much anger?
Because they be like, I did this for you.
Not telling you nothing. Why would your man be wanting to tell you something that's bad?
Because all men are
men out here that do. Sorry, you got men out here that do that though. Even not paying none of your bills.
Well, shit, they shouldn't be in the house.
Well, they ain't coming to my house, no sir. I got 2 girls. They ain't coming to my house, but no.
They need to find somewhere else to go then.
If they put
They ain't
air in
trying
your
to.
tire, they're gonna tell you
They
I
ain't
put
trying to
air in
help
your
out on the
tire.
bill.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have no air in your right
Yeah,
tire. I
and then
don't
you
need
make
all
a
that. I
bad
do.
one, you gonna come out, they're gonna be done sucked all the air out of your tire.
Hey, but are y'all telling me that men at like 50 years old doing that type shit?
No.
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. It's some of them.
A trauma don't come with an age. A lot of these men are mama trauma, mama traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy too, but yeah, mama traumatized.
That's crazy.
I can't be nobody's mama. Some men are just looking for a mama.
Yeah, something y'all lost in your lifetime. I can't replace that.
Dang.
You can't
So,
replace a mother's love.
No, but is there anything good that y'all gonna say about men?
Yeah, there's some really good men out here.
Mm-hmm.
And once you women find them, you better keep them. You better go get them mental health issues. You better become submissive. Go take a cooking class. That man work hard. He taking good care of you. He gonna take out the trash. If he a good man, you don't have to worry. But you wash the dishes and wash the clothes.
Do y'all even have that conversation before you get in a relationship about the submitting and all that stuff?
No, if I got a good man, I'm gonna automatically do those things. He ain't got to worry about it. I'll automatically submit.
Okay.
See, my problem is I got a lot of mouth.
I do too.
I mean, if I feel like you about to say something, I go be like, what? Like I wasn't about to say no. Okay. I have a lot of mouth.
Hi, Trina.
Trina.
Hello.
Hey, y'all.
You got another woman in the house.
Y'all gonna try to jump me now?
I was about to say three against one.
And where Reese go?
How y'all doing?
Trina, we good. Trina, how you feel about 50-50?
It doesn't bother me.
See?
Honestly, it really doesn't. I've never really been in a situation where I've had to do 50-50. So that's why it doesn't really bother me. I've been in a situation where when I was married, my ex-husband was like, all you got to do is pay the mortgage. I take care of everything else. And I'm like, all right, cool. But whenever we would get into arguments, he would throw it up in my face that all I was paying was the mortgage.
Bam! Told you. Told you. See, it's a validation. And that's why I tell you, Simply and I, we have conversations. Like we'll have these conversations and I tell him, you're a rare man. Like he doesn't agree. He goes, I don't see it, but I'm like, you're a rare guy. If you do a percentage of like the men to the ratio of like what we talk, it's not, I mean, whew, Lord.
I don't know.
It's a lot of mental health issues out here, man. You be like,
yeah, hey, that's a fact. That is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
This dude said, if you goddamn BJ say, if you dating, why not just go Dutch?
So what you mean by that? Just go Dutch.
I don't know what.
Is it me or is it y'all breaking? Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you good.
You don't have to discuss me because if you treat me.
That's right, Lawanda. Yeah.
Yeah.
A good woman is automatically going to be submissive.
Yeah, right.
We try because once we're hurt so many times, it becomes a trust issue. So it's hard when you see women go through like these. They have a lot of trust issues. A lot of women are scared. So
why y'all don't vet these men better?
Man, they come blind. Some men play some good. They should have did drama in school.
Yes.
Too old for that. That's high school stuff.
That's you. A lot of men are not like that.
It's a lot that's not like that. They will sell you everything you want. And it'll last for a little bit. Then you be like, well, dang.
Them ain't men, them little boys. So why y'all dealing with little boys?
Listen, I had a grown man, like grown man.
And he was
He
acting
was
like that.
yeah, he was 11 years older than I was,
Wow.
Dang.
I just
and
tell.
it was pointless.
I tell people when you dating, just let them have their own and you have your own. That you're equal. You don't have to worry about that. Like he got his own car, you got your own car. He got his own place, you got your own place. He got a job, you got your job. Like you're just you're separating those things for some time so you can see their habits and how they're doing things.
Damn, why everything gotta be an investigation?
You gotta investigate and make sure you go on court cases and check their criminal record.
Damn. You got it.
Don't believe everything they say and make sure you Google their information.
Hey,
Because some guys will do you that way. Will Google everything you say about yourself.
Yeah, and you ain't co-signing for nothing either.
I'm not.
Y'all co-sign for stuff?
I ain't co-signing for nothing.
And I know a couple men right now.
Have y'all ever co-signed for anything?
I have.
Trina?
In my younger days, I did.
You ever co-sign for anything? Not
I can't
married?
hear you. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now?
What did you say?
I said
A little bit. What did you say?
Have you ever co-signed for anything?
No.
Not being married? She said no.
I have co-signed. I have paid a car note. I have did a lot of things, and I ain't gonna lie. Yes, I have.
No, I've never done that.
Yeah.
What that look like?
It looked like I was.
What that look like? Like, oh, so it was a weak time in your life or whatever. So you felt as though you had to like buy love or something.
Yep, I had low self-esteem. And I can admit that now. You know, I couldn't admit I was looking to be loved so bad that I mean a lot of women buy love and it's not love, you know. Not all women will admit it, but a lot of women buy men.
And some of them buy them and don't even know that they're doing it.
Yeah.
Damn.
It could be little small things. You just doing it and making sure. And then as soon as it stops, that's when you find out where it's really not real.
Yeah. And if a man sees that a woman's doing it, he's going to continue to take advantage of it. And you know, with women, we have to take accountability because you can't get mad at him because he keeps taking, because you have a choice to say no and not give. So, you know, a lot of the blame is put on the men, and that's a piece of it. Is we put a lot of blame, we get mad at them, we accuse them, he did this, he did that to us. No, you did it to yourself. I did that to myself.
I can dig it. Taking accountability.
Yeah, absolutely.
No doubt. But I still don't think 50-50 should even be brought up in a relationship or anything. I think it's just like, if you coming together, come together. Like, what's all the extra shit for? Like, I never talked about somebody submitting in a relationship. My woman always knew what to do. And I always knew what to do too, as well. I'm submitting just like she's submitting. You know what I'm saying? So it was an even kill. So, and accountability, those things we wasn't talked about because we held each other accountable already. And then we had to hold ourselves accountable, you know what I mean, in the process to respect their accountability as well. So,
Do you rub feet? That's 50-50.
I fucking hate feet. Hell no. Nah.
That's 50-50.
Ain't touch nobody's feet. That's a red flag.
Red flag.
Hell yeah, somebody put their feet on me. That's a red flag.
ain't
I
no
don't like
red
feet
flag.
either, so I
Unless,
agree with her.
unless
I hate feet. Ugh.
I mean, only time somebody's feet touching me and we doing something, but outside of that, don't be putting me on the couch and you just put your nasty feet on me.
Now I ain't gonna say nasty, but I don't like feet. Like it's just something like you can keep your socks on.
Yeah. Oh. Yes.
I can't do it. That creeps me out.
Ooh.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, that's the red flag. Feet and snoring. Oh my god, that's snoring shit is ridiculous, yo. That should be everybody should put that on their little profile or whatever. If you snore,
What
don't
if
talk
you
to me.
snore or not?
Yeah, let motherfuckers know if you snore. Yeah, I
Why?
snore. Let me know if it's mild or if it's like, yeah, if it's mild, we can work with mild, but anything above mild, nah.
Everybody that get tired, real sleepy and tired, snores.
Yeah, like damn, he said snoring.
Miss
Look at my
Allen,
best friend.
says
Look at
snoring.
my best friend put snoring.
I wonder if I snore.
You do.
Oh no,
You
I know
do.
that I snore. So
I said to paint off my walls.
You snore? You be over
And
there
I know
snoring, Trina?
Paint off your walls.
Listen, I know when I had a good night because I wake up and my throat be killing me.
Oh,
I said I
Lord.
slept good last night.
If I have a good night, I know because I be drooling. I wake up.
No, my throat be hurting so bad. I be like, damn, I must have snored extra hard last night.
Hey, Miss Alizé crazy as hell. She said, I'll be snoring my man out.
I said to paint off the wall.
What's a deal breaker for you, Simply?
I just said
I mean,
snoring and
besides the
feet.
feet. I'm saying besides the snoring and the feet.
He said snoring.
Huh?
Childish shit.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm over 50, so I don't want to do the high school stuff.
Will you date
Like,
a
I
woman?
don't want to be with nobody like worrying about my phone and shit like that. We too old for that type shit.
Will you date a
Worrying
woman?
about what's on your social media page and all that. So yeah, stuff like that.
That's an insecurity.
It gotta be.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insecurity. Because a lot of people on the social media that's going 50-50, soon as they post, they supposed to be 50-50. And as soon as they post 2 weeks later, my man did this, he brought me this, and 2 weeks later, I hate that.
Mm-hmm. And that's just how I be too.
That's why I will not post. If I'm in a relationship, you will not see him unless you see me out.
Yep. Ain't no social media. Nope.
I ain't posting them.
Mm-mm.
Cause if I break up, you ain't know we was together, and you ain't know I broke up.
You ain't have a clue.
See what Cortez Smith said?
What Cortez say? Cortez, you paying all the bills?
I can't. Oh, I can go to it right here.
Cortez, you paying all the bills?
No. I gotta go down. The 50-50 debate is
Let me
insane.
tell you. I mean, you can go 50-50, but if a man want to pay bills, I ain't going. Like I said, I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm just gonna do the right thing. He said a man paying all the bills in 2020 is crazy. The 50-50 debate is insane in the ditches. So you agree with 50-50?
A man paying all the bills
Anytime.
anytime. We not back in them goddamn old days. Like I said, we a team. We come together. Let's do it.
It's almost scary if a man say I'm gonna pay all your bills. It's like you would almost think of motive.
Let me see. Exactly. I definitely agree,
I agree
with
with
that.
that.
So simply, what if a woman wanted to pay 100% of the bills? You gonna let her pay it?
Hell yeah, she want to do it. What I'm supposed to say? No. But then in the background, if she paying all the bills, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save the money up so we can go do shit, vacations and everything else. So it's gonna be an even kill. And I'm off camera because I'm smoking. I don't want YouTube to mess me up. What my daughter laughing at? She laughing at Indy.
Hey, daughter.
I think, but I really do think I agree with everything he's saying right now.
Yeah,
50,
everybody
50.
get 100%. I tell you what, I'm not. For me, I will never in my life. I will never in my life do what I did. Just try to compensate and work hard to almost kill myself to manage with a man in the house.
What would be wrong with that though?
Because some people, they take advantage of it, and I would never want to see no one in the situation I was in.
But all men don't do that.
But a man if it's on a woman's or a man's feet, they have to show effort that they're trying to get out and do better and get something better. Some people just don't try. Once you do some people are enabled, they get comfortable. Never allow anyone to get too comfortable.
So what are you in a relationship or like some kind of investigation relationship or what's all this not get comfortable? You should be able to get comfortable with your person. I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh no, now I'm getting keys to houses. I don't have no issues.
Say it again.
I said now I'm getting keys to houses. I don't have them issues.
No. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in general what you're saying. Like you got to go through all that to be with somebody. That's too much.
Some people, I mean, if you can uplift. What I'm saying is, if you have to step up and you're with someone and they're not able to bring their part of the table, there should be a time frame. You should never let anyone get too comfortable and depend on you. So some people get comfortable.
So if you married, you saying your spouse shouldn't depend on you?
No, what I'm saying is if I'm married, I'm going to hold my significant other down, but my significant other should be working to improve himself and to get back on his feet. I'm not going to enable him.
So basically, you just talking about in a dating situation or just a boyfriend girlfriend type thing.
Yeah, I'm talking about in general. You should never allow it. You should never enable anyone. It could be any situation. If you're in a relationship,
definitely, most definitely.
Yeah, and you choose to help your significant other, don't let time go by where they sitting 3, 4, 5, 6 months and not doing nothing. Some women like men sitting in front of the TV playing video games and driving their car with eyelashes on them.
Driving the car with eyelashes.
You ever look over at a man and you see him in the car and he got eyelashes and a pink furry steering wheel? I done seen it.
What are you doing? Dropping this girl off to work?
There you go, dropping him off and he riding around. He ain't even looking for a job.
So he riding around picking up his girl in the eyebrow car.
Mm-hmm.
The lashes car.
Yeah. And some women accept it.
Man. So coming from you, women be accepting a lot of shit.
They do.
Why?
It's insecure.
Why? But everybody ain't insecure.
No, some women are insecure. That is an insecurity. Some women just feel as though they can't find nothing better. Or they invested so much time they don't want to start over again.
All you gotta do is click the link again. What you saying? Hell no, to, baby girl. They accepted from the so-called Pookie. There you go. Yeah, that's a fact. Like Pookies get all the love. The nice guys finish last.
Yeah. Some women look at bed relations. Oh, his was good.
Yeah.
Girl, it ain't that much goodness in the world to be ready to file bankruptcy.
Hey, that should be making y'all stay in relationships a little bit too long.
Cortez, I agree with you. They're too many stands. I mean, too high. I think the good black men are put in very bad positions. Like,
wow. Let me see what she said. Look at it.
It ain't that much good D in the world. And I think that's some women problems, and that's some men problems too.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact, Smith. That's a fact. That is a fact. You got, oh man, y'all.
Cortez, are you married or you single or you got a girlfriend?
Oh shit! Pop the balloon to find love.
Hey, look, it won't be on no date. No. Ask them.
What you say? Nah, it's what they call loyalty, but really it's a stupidity. Keep it pushing if they don't reciprocate what give.
That's right, India. That's right.
Reciprocation.
Yeah. Single but talking to someone. Okay. Choices.
See, that's a brother right there gonna let you know. But most of them brothers be like, no, I'm single. What's up with you?
Yeah, well, see, the thing is, that's another thing. I think that people should be open and honest. Like if you're dating someone and you're not ready to settle down, I think you should be open and say that you want options. You want to date other people and not string people along to think that they're exclusive and now you're cheating. I just think you should, I don't want to be in a relationship. I want to date others to see where I want to be at. And it's for the person to accept that.
Yeah.
Meaning
if I accept that you're going to date other people, then you gave me that option. I can't get mad if I see you out with that woman because you told me straight up front that you had options instead of me seeing you out of that woman. And I think it's just you and me. And then a person is getting upset.
Okay.
I don't know. I have a different take on that. I have a little bit of a different take on that. My thing is, if I'm dating somebody and we've been talking for, dating for a little bit and we never discuss exclusivity, then I'm thinking that he's dating other people.
Fade it out.
I'm sorry. So if I see, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if I see him out and about with another girl, then why am I getting mad? Especially if I'm doing the same thing. If we've never discussed us being together, dating and relationship is not the same thing. To me, it's not anyway. Mm-hmm. So if we haven't discussed exclusivity, then why would I be mad if he's out with somebody else?
Some women do. Some women can't. Some and men. Some people do. Some people think because I'm always with you. That's why I was just saying. I mean, it's easier said. Some people just instantly think because we're talking or whatever. If you do what you do, that we're together. I'm not like that. I don't care. I ain't fighting over no man. So I'm sorry. I'm not embarrassed. I am not embarrassing or humiliating myself over no man. So many women humiliate and embarrass themselves over a man that don't even want them. It will not happen.
Yeah.
It's happened, but it will never happen again, ever. So,
All right. So we're gonna ride out with this video here, man. We're gonna ride out with this here. Let's do this.
Keith had to pay child support to a 33-year-old woman. His baby's mama was 33 years old when she got pregnant by him at 16. She didn't do a day in jail.
So you probably did. She's 25, a Houston teacher at Holland Middle School. She was arrested and charged for grooming, texting, and kissing middle school girls. Mm-hmm. So this is one of girls. Then I seen this lady. These is all last week. 31-year-old Connecticut married lunch lady arrested for having sex with a 14-year-old boy and sending him nude pictures, as well as 34-year-old teacher Jacqueline Ma arrested for sexual abuse because she was 45 and said she's a cheer coach, but she was charged with R-word after allegedly having sex with her daughter's 16-year-old boyfriend over 300 times.
Right? So stop listening to these people talking about, oh, bodies don't count. They count, goddammit. That you keep going through a bunch of bad events and unhealthy circumstances don't count. They don't build y'all the way they build men. They just don't.
I think we don't factor in the fact that, truthfully, the more times a woman has a man ejaculate inside of her, that is literally another person's DNA being absorbed into her body. And if you notice, most women who fucked a lot of people crazy as shit. Yes. Because they've literally had a lot of different souls in them. That's why they have the thing called soul ties. As a matter of fact, they even have this thing psychologically that if a man gives a woman an orgasm for that 30 days until she has her period again, she belongs to that man. He has imprinted on that woman. So these things, when you have these women sleeping with multiple men at the same time, they're nuts. That's why if you listen to them, most of them have drug problems, alcohol problems, and I'm not even playing with you. Yeah. When you sit up there taking that many damn dicks, there's a problem with you because you're literally bringing in the DNA of another individual and holding it, because I'm spitting it out of me. It's going in you and it's just sitting in there, just marinating.
And we can smell the presence of another man on you.
Getting them.
Say it again.
Hey,
we can smell the presence of another man on you, if you really be honest.
Like dogs.
Yes.
Getting them nuts make y'all nuts, ladies. Y'all better chill out.
Abusers are like vampires. Vampires cannot come into your house unless you invite them in. All these abusers don't have kids of their own. They typically have kids of yours, and you have to bring them around because a father, let me tell you what happens. Even if we know we didn't do it, that's why fathers are important. And you men on the panel and you men in the comment section, tell me if I'm wrong. If it happened under your watch, you take it as your fault. You don't wait for somebody else to say it's your fault. That's what a fucking man does. We wouldn't sit up here and say, it's not my fault. I didn't know that the child didn't. No. It happened under my watch. And there's been several men whose daughters have gotten murdered by somebody, had nothing to do with them. Their daughter got murdered by the boyfriend at 16. You know what happened within 6 months? The father killed himself. Do you know why? Because he felt it was his fault.
Even though it wasn't.
I said because.
Exactly. Even though it wasn't.
I said because he felt it was because of his. Okay, you said it exactly 3 times. Then let me finish the sentence. The point is because he took responsibility, which is what a leader is supposed to do. Every coach is not at fault for his losses, but if he loses too much, who do they fire?
Coach.
Men understand that. Stop being in leader positions if you don't want to take the blame.
I'm of the belief, I think I agree with them in a sense, because regardless whether we like it or not, if I send my child to that school, the kid is going to still look at you. Why didn't you protect me? They're looking for you to vet these people that you're bringing around them. They're looking for you to do
I put the responsibility where it belonged, on the predator from the beginning. So we can't pretend that's a lie. However, when we're talking about which parent is pushing sex towards the child, it is majority the father pushing sex towards his son. Period.
There aren't very many fathers in black homes.
Period. It doesn't matter. Even when they're not at the home, they're still pushing their sons.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I'm asking you a serious question. How can it be a large number of boys who are wanting to do this if it ain't a large number of men who are raising them?
Because even if they're not raising them, it's not like they don't know them. It's not like they don't see them. Most children don't have parents that they just don't know who they are. They know who their father is. And when he sees them, when he finally gets to see them as a teenager, he's like,
She
"Hey
tripped.
man, did you get the little dick wet yet?" That's his question to his son. I'm saying these men should stop encouraging their sons to have sex no matter what. It is a problem
What the hell?
because they're not saying, "Hey, this teacher is raping me," like these little girls are. They're saying, "Oh man, I got caught. Oh man, I had a baby." But they're not saying this woman is raping me. Even when they're having sex with older women and they come back later and talk about it, they don't talk about it as it's a trauma. They talk about it as, I started out early. I started out doing exactly what I knew what I needed to do from a young age. That type of energy is what they're bringing, not, "Oh, this was trauma. Oh, she hurt me." That's rare. Most of the cases, it's, "I don't care. It isn't rape. I wanted it," no matter how young these little boys are.
The same reason these women tell their sons he gonna be a lady killer. Why would you tell that boy he gonna be running through a bunch of women? You don't need to settle down. You better shop around. Don't settle down with the first chick you lay down with. These are females saying this, but you just literally put it on men. As a matter of fact, who's the one who makes fun of a man for not having sex? Is it another man? It's typically a woman who says you don't get no put. Yes, it is, because I've literally saw YouTubers. He just saying that because he can't get no woman. He can't get no sex. Every time a man stands up for men, the first person to come up in that man's comment section and tell him why he's standing up for men, and they say he's not getting pussy. Those are the words they say. They don't say anything else. Matter of fact, they'll check his sexuality and say you must be gay.
Hey, Tommy, hold on.
That's a fact.
Let's think about
You
these.
say all you want, but I'm telling the truth.
Here's the thing, though, Tommy.
Why is it that black women go around bragging about being the most educated group in the United States?
Not lying.
Yet their children are the least educated group in the United States. So that shows they're poor leaders. Someone tell me I'm lying. No one in a right mind would brag about being the most educated while your children are the least. That means you're selfish. No man would brag about how he's sitting there swabbed out and his kid broke. It's insane. You live with these children. They're yours. You're raising them. So why do you go around putting up pictures of you getting graduated, or you graduating with 5 of your children with you, and 3 of your children are going to end up in jail because you're neglectful? There's no reason for someone. There's not a basketball player right now that brags about how great he is and his son ain't shit. His son can't play. He wants his son to be as good as him. He wants his son to be better than him. So if black women are the most educated women in the United States and they're mostly raising children themselves, their children should be the most educated in the United States by far. How many of y'all been college students? How many of y'all been college students? And as a college student, you can't go and ask your fucking family to send you shit and put no money in your books. But you in jail for 4 years, they send motherfucker all kind of damn money. When your ass graduate, you get a smaller party than his ass got when he got out of jail. That don't make sense. And again, these households are full of women. And now finally, you can get more pussy saying you spent 4 years in jail than you spent 4 years in college. Now tell me I'm lying. And that ain't a fucking man problem, because men aren't fucking each other. They're fucking women, and women are finding that shit attractive. So you tell me who's at fault.
He hate black women.
I was about to say he's angry for a reason.
Yeah, he hate black women. Some of what that lady is saying is true, because I've seen black men do it.
I heard it too. I got 2 girls. I would never tell my girls no shit like that. Push their son.
Encourage sex and have little boys watch porn.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of black men introduce their son to sexual. I've seen men brag about their boys having sex
at young ages. Though my son ain't, and the main thing is my son ain't gonna be gay. He gonna be getting with your face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree. I agree. It's some men may not do it, but there is a ton of men that do that.
Do it. Mm-hmm. It is.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we'll drop this last one and we out.
Stupid that they want ticker tape parades for doing simple shit. Like when you have a man say, I take care of my kids. Nigga, who else supposed to do it? You have a woman say, I feed my kids. Who else was supposed to do it? Stop talking like that about children, because children didn't ask to come here. As a matter of fact, and when I say this, it pisses people off. Having children is one of the most selfish things you can do. Let me explain to you. You give it a name that it didn't have any say so in what its name would be. You put it in a situation in which most kids wouldn't want to be born in the ghetto, in the hood, broke and whatever. I know a lot of kids wouldn't want to be born to a big old fat woman or ugly man or whatever it is. Like there are things you wouldn't want to do, but you're giving that child that. And let me tell you what you're doing. When you have a child, you're bringing them into this thing called prison planet Earth. They're going to live here and they're going to die here. And those children didn't deserve to be born to those parents, because if you already know you're struggling and barely pay your bills, why would you bring a child into that? But we do it all the time. We know what it's like to not have a father. What would these women do? Go and sleep with a man that they know is not a good man, much less a father, and still produce children so she can get credit for being the strong woman, but not pay attention to the same thing she's putting that cycle into that child of no father, struggle, and growing up thinking it makes sense for her to struggle like my mama. I heard a black girl call my show the other day. She said, you shouldn't date women outside of your race because they don't know the struggle of blacks like I do. So a black woman can identify with a man's struggle. And I told her, the last thing I should want to be with is a person who identifies with my struggle and struggles like me. I'd rather have somebody. The great thing I like about dating white girls, when I date a white girl, let me say, well, let's go skiing. Let's go do something else. Now, you can watch her Instagram and see it's completely different than a black girl. That white girl is in London. She's black girl always at the club, ass. And I'm like, why would I even want that? You're bringing me troubles if I even date you, because now I got to date you and 99 niggas is in my inbox talking about some, I hit her, I did this, I did that, because they don't show you any respect because you don't show yourself any respect. And now I got to deal with the disrespect you just brought. Children have to deal with the disrespect we put on them. Your daddy ugly, you stupid like your daddy. Crazy things we're saying to our children. So when you're a 27-year-old and you're a single father, the only thing you should be trying to do is make sure your kid understands that you are there for them every step of the way, and you're going to make every sacrifice in the world to make sure that they don't have to do what you do. I'm Panamanian. We grew up to where the father he couldn't speak English, but he'd work 9 jobs to make sure you could go to a school. To where you don't have to struggle like he did. It was his job to lay down so you could cross the bridge.
And that's selfish, you say?
No. I'm saying in essence, logically, it's still selfish to have a kid, because if I'm having to work 9 jobs, guess what I'm not able to do? Be there for my kid. My kid is seeing me come in and get a sandwich and walk out. I'm doing it because I have to. But why do it on purpose? Imagine, we all know people who are in wheelchairs or have one leg and walking with a whatever it is. I don't know if it was doing that yesterday. We all know that this is a thing. But we'd look at somebody crazy if they did this. Well, I'm gonna cut off my legs so I can live as a paraplegic. You think he was crazy if he cut off one of his legs just so he could see what it was like? Cut off his arms to see what it was like. When you have children and you can't afford to even take care of yourself, and you have them living in buildings where it's asbestos, you have them living in buildings where it's lead paint, you're not doing them a fucking favor. And we love to talk about the struggle as black people. What we're doing is that's selfish too, because you're trying to glorify something that you know is negative and bad. It is not good to have children in a situation where you're hurting them and you're making it difficult for them. They're starting off behind the 8 ball, but we want to sit up there and glorify it. It's not something to glorify. Be responsible.
Fantastic point, because I will say this. Every child deserves good parents, but not every parent deserves children.
What was that?
I don't like him because some people grow up in certain circumstances and the child helps the parent to be more determined to change the situation to become better. You see a lot of people and you'll talk to them that say, I grew up in the ghetto, but about time I turned 5, my mother got a better job. Then they go from Section 8 to a regular apartment, from a regular apartment to their parent putting them in a house. Like he's a negative someone to tell people that they shouldn't have kids. And
so I mean, but he's saying, but you don't think what he's saying is true? Like having kids in poverty. Oh, let me
That's right.
He said having kids.
Number one, statistics show, even though it's fewer,
talking about
men do a better job of raising children.
Don't nobody, how you know the child don't want to be born?
Men are less violent towards children than women are. Women are more abusive to their children mentally, emotionally, and physically.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. China women. And also, no.
Ones with vaginas.
No, like, what race of women? Because I feel like
There you go with I feel.
I feel like
We'll talk about stats, and I brought up stats. The person responded to my stats with I feel.
Right.
There's a reason why you should make things easier on you. But it seems like black women love to try and make stuff the hardest they possibly can. I don't need no man. I can raise these kids by myself. Okay, so you want to put yourself behind the 8 ball. You don't want to make it easier for you and your
maybe
children.
sometimes that argument it comes out of ego, because it's like, damn, nigga, like we done laid down and we'd agreed to bring forth this life, and you done abandon.
Most of the time, we don't agree. Most black babies are oops babies. They didn't sit down.
No,
and
they
have
not.
A
You're lying.
discussion of, oh, we're going to have children. It was, guess what? I miss my period. That's what it is. Let's not lie. 76% of black children are born out of.
They stick together. They know how to.
Hey,
make
hold
it
on, but
work.
and that's true in some cases, but y'all got to keep it real. He's making sense because he's saying some real shit. Like a lot
What
of
I'm
people
getting, he putting black women
down
though.
He
no, he's not putting. He's saying all women. That's she asked him.
No, he didn't. He said black women.
He said black women.
Well, I don't think he like black women.
Wedlock. Because if you want to believe that, ladies, listen to me. If you want to believe a man will take care of your kid, make sure he take care of you first. Because if I ain't taking care of you, chances are I ain't gonna want to take care of
That's
what
not
came
real.
from you.
Now I'll agree with him on that, but none of
I
that
said,
other
I don't know
stuff.
why it's so tough for the ladies to grasp. I mean, well, not all of them. You just want to argue. I get it.
No, it's not
But-
tough to grasp. I just feel
I
like
know Ms.
what's wrong with
Alizé.
a well-rounded argument. Why does it always just seem so like? I just feel attacked.
Well, wouldn't a well-rounded argument though be one based on facts? If you can, because like if you think about it, a military strategist typically is somewhat, because yes, they're not out there fighting, but a military strategist is somebody who did what? Fought. When you have a basketball coach, the majority of the basketball coaches on the sideline, guess what they used to do?
They played.
Yes, so they understand the strategy behind that thing. So if you're going to have some woman who's never been on the field come and try to strategize that of which she doesn't know, it's now all theory. And theory is another form of feelings.
Yeah. And this again is why men are better in the military. Like, we don't care about our feelings. Like, you're right now, you're in your feelings. I get it. It's fine. Like, but this is the difference between men and women. We can understand and accept uncomfortable and truths that piss us off, because men get rejected all the time. The world is a lot colder to men than it is to women. So that forces.
Now I disagree with that because
And
y'all.
men talk about men more than women talk about men.
No,
Men
that's
are-
what I'm saying. I disagree with that because these new niggas is really like emotional as hell. So I disagree with that shit.
Men talk about
to
men.
be logically sound. It does not necessarily force women to be logically sound.
Women think being submissive and following is a bad thing.
Not
They-
at all.
Well, some of them today think that these words
Well, that's
are
what he needs to
bad
start
words. They
saying.
think that these
Some and
words are
don't
bad.
just
But
categorize
guess who
us.
submits more than anybody? Men.
Men.
Men submit to
No.
their wife because they could whoop their ass if they wanted to get them to do whatever they want to, but they lower themselves and they say, I'm not going to handle this thing with what I'm better at, which is physicality. Because women will get into an argument with a man and they will go to their best feature, which is they can manipulate a man. In essence, when you say something to a man and y'all don't agree, a fight might break out.
Yeah.
And to solve that disagreement, it could be just simply who's the strongest. Well, women will lose in that battle. So women have become, from the beginning of time, they are more manipulators. That's why they will argue how they feel more than what is. Because they're manipulating the man. They'll manipulate the man to the point of where they'll have
Men-
the big
men
doe
do it
eyes and
worse
look
than
at him and
women.
don't do something
do.
and he'll feel sorry for you. Dude is not gonna feel sorry for me if I cower like this. He just gonna call me a punk and whoop my ass.
Yep.
And
Women have-
nobody's gonna say a word. If I go and slap Shaq, Shaq is huge. And Shaq whooped my ass, everybody gonna say you shouldn't have been fucking with Shaq. Women literally will slap a man because they catch him cheating. And he can't do a thing but take that slap.
Right.
But how many times do a man get to see a woman out with on a dinner with a dude talking about something? You bitch. Everybody in the place is going
Gonna
to
fuck him up.
But you
him
just
up.
get right, because you can't.
Yeah, he
compare
going to
yourself
jail.
So what we're
with
saying
anything.
That
is
proves our point
that-
further. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
the
okay,
point
so
that
that's-
the women have men behind them. Listen, one of the best places in the world to find out what the protection of men looks like versus when they take it away, Iraq. Iraq was more progressive than the United States back in 56. You can look it up. They were actually more progressive when it came to women's rights until the Shiites, I think, took over. And literally within seconds, it went back. They were wearing burqas because there was no protection from the men. Right now, if men didn't protect women, y'all could walk out in the street and get raped and no one could stop it. Who's going to stop it? Men keep other men in check. That's why it's sad that women talk so low to men when literally women wouldn't have anything if men decided we're not going to give it to you.
Damn.
Men lower themselves to raise women up. Because if a man decided that he wanted to just continue to oppress you, what could you do to stop it? If men collectively said, we're going to continue to rape women, we're going to continue to keep women in the house and barefoot and pregnant, what could women do to stop it?
Nothing.
Click, click.
Thank you, dear.
That's a fact.
So
That's
men
right.
should be looked at a lot better than they are because we're looked at as horrible people and we're literally protecting and building society.
He must be
And
looked
that
at.
brings it full circle, which is why women groupthink. You guys are not capable of defending your independent thought by yourself. And it's been that way for a long time. Are there outspoken women that do it? Yes. But it does not matter because for every outspoken thing that she says, there's a man behind her willing to protect her for her thought process. Men don't get that benefit. If you say it, you better stand on it 10 toes down because another man might challenge you physically and you have to fight for it. And men are okay with that because men understand that the world is a cold, dangerous place where there's that potential of danger.
What was the men at when they set that lady on fire? What was the men at when they hit that girl in the face with the brick?
I wasn't raised to protect strangers, so I don't know what to tell you. But,
so he's predicting everything that he said.
That was a good. I wasn't raised to protect strangers.
No, I'm just being honest. Like
women are
like that lady
protecting
there.
themselves. Women, we go out. We're gonna take self-defense classes. We're gonna get the poke. I got a poker on every keychain.
But see,
I'm just saying they bring down women. So they bring down women. We go and find different resources to protect ourselves because I'm not saying all men, but some men, a lot of women feel as though they're not protected, especially Black men. I think Black women are one of the most hated in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Black women go through.
I think a lot of these young boys are emotional because, like he said, the ratio of single mothers to, you know what I'm saying, both parents being in the home, yeah, it's different.
That woman did get hit in the face with a brick, Cortez. That was all over the news. She was talking trash, but that dude hit her in the face with a brick.
No, he didn't.
Huh?
No, he didn't.
How'd she get hit in the face?
I'm gonna let her tell you next week. I'm gonna show you that next week. No, she didn't. She crazy.
Oh, she lied about it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. See, that's how to say though. We remember that one.
Wow.
He said that's not a brick wound.
Hey man, thank y'all for coming out, man. Y'all know the routine. Like, share, subscribe. I think I got my co-host kind of riled up tonight with my little Tommy Sotomayor. You don't remember him? From
yeah,
before?
That's the one I told you I can't stand him, or what's his name, Kevin
Samuels.
Candace, I can't stand neither one of them.
Kevin Samuels dead, man.
May he rest his soul. He still didn't like Black women.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think both of them got some mommy issues. They can't stand their mamas.
I said it was something because why? Like, and he just grouped us, Black women.
Yeah.
Like, why couldn't he just say, like, in general, women? He put Black women.
He said, if I date a Black woman,
I mean, that's all he knows.
If he
that's all he was raised. That's all he was raised around.
But he said if he dated a white woman, it's like, babe, you want to go skiing? Babe, you want to do this? So he's a user because, okay, I'm not going to date a Black woman. She don't have nothing. She in the project. I date this white bitch. Like he said, excuse my French. He said, we going skiing. That's what he said. He really did. He said, if I date that white B, we going skiing.
That's Tommy for you, man.
Yeah, Tommy got some mental health issues, and I've seen so many women come out of the projects. They've brought their kids out of the project. They've educated their kids, because for 15 years I drove from Maryland to Virginia to make sure that my kids had the best education. And anybody that knows me that does that, I feel like women invest more in their kids' educations than anything. But I mean, that's an argument up. But I've seen women, and even if you look at now, you see a lot of women at the football games with their sons, giving them the academics and the basketball. Who cheers the loudest in the crowd but a mama?
So you basically glorifying single mamas.
I'm not glorifying them. What I'm saying is there are some single mothers that raise their kids right. And it could be the dad. The dad may not be a lot of dads don't show up to the games. They can be in two parents' homes because the dad is working.
Well, I'm not saying they're not raising them right. What I'm saying, I'm not saying they're not raising them right. What I'm saying is that young boy is going to pick up a lot of those emotions from that woman.
Not necessarily, because you have
unless you got uncles or I mean you got that. But
dads.
How often is that?
I mean, a lot of
especially we talking about in the hood. We ain't talking about in the suburbs. We talking about in the hood.
The only single mom that neglects to validate who their son is a lot of not all of them, I'm saying some, that are bitter towards the dad, and they are retaliating against the dad because he may not want to be with them. She and her emotions because he's moved on and got married, and they're bitter women. So there are a lot of bitter women that hold the child away from the man. That's by choice. But what I'm saying is there are some wonderful single moms that just may not have that choice, but they have that choice to raise their child to not go through what they went through, or to teach them manners, like get in a relationship. I was single mom, but I want my kids to be with a man. I want them to be in a healthy relationship.
To do better than what I did.
Exactly, that part. I want them to be better than me. I want them to have one baby. I want them to get married. I want them to be accepted. I want to teach them financially to save their money and to do those things. So, it's just a mix up, and it doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Spanish, whatever. You have a bad batch in every race.
So just leave out the truth and just make up all the good things and not looking at the bad things.
I just told you a lot of bad things. But
you're saying I understand what they're doing now, but we're talking about what's been going on in the world, period.
I said there are a lot of bitter black single moms.
Yeah. So you don't think that affect them boys?
It absolutely does. I didn't say it didn't. It affects the child.
Okay, but that's what he was saying. And you saying because he said that he don't like black women.
He said all y'all black women. What I'm saying, it's not just about black women. That comes in every race. I know women of every race that some of them are just horrible parents. It doesn't matter. They are just they pick the party and they pick the drink and they pick the smoke and they pick the man before their kid. It's not about race. It's about the lack of education and knowledge that people have, or they choose not to have, to properly raise a child.
I can dig it. Simply talking. Miss Confident.
He did say all black women on Sunday. He said black women, y'all black. He said y'all black women. He specifically said y'all.
He said y'all black women think y'all say that y'all are so highly educated, but your kids, what did he say? But your kids are not on the level of whatever, or doing good, or whatever he said. But he said all black women.
I did not say all. He said y'all, YALL. He said y'all black women.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Cortez. He said he never said.
Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see it on the screen. That's why.
I'm saying he says y'all is being specific.
He might be saying me because I said he said, oh.
Yeah, he said y'all, which he's being
Yeah.
specific towards black women. But what I'm saying, it's all races, not just black women. Because I'm gonna tell you, I see other races that are just as worse as black women.
If not worse.
Yeah.
Y'all better stop playing. I got more Tommy now. Y'all have a good night.
Nah.
Bye. That's a wrap for today's episode of the Simply Talking podcast. We hope you enjoyed the ride and soaked up some real talk. If you loved what you heard, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep the vibes going. Stay tuned for more dope conversations, and remember, keep it real out there. Until next time, peace.